Few people realize that most gummy candies, jelly desserts, and even many medicine capsules around the world all begin with animal skin and bones. But what is even stranger is that this material does not only appear in food. It once played an important role in the film industry, appeared in billions of pills, and became a familiar part of modern life that most of us almost never notice. So what exactly is gelatin? Why did humans find a way to create it? And how did something that starts with animal skin and bones become an ingredient used all around the world? Although gelatin today is often associated with colorful desserts, its story actually began long before the first packets of gelatin powder appeared. As far back as ancient Egypt and Rome, people unintentionally created gelatin by boiling animal bones and skin for many hours to make soup or broth. However, it was not until the 19th century that gelatin truly became a separate product. Advances in food processing technology transformed a time-consuming cooking process into a convenient ingredient that could be easily stored and transported. From there, gelatin gradually found its way into everything from food and pharmaceuticals to fields that few people would expect. If you think gelatin is only used to make jelly desserts or gummy candies, you may be surprised to learn that it appears in many more places than that. In the food industry, gelatin is used to create the texture of gummy candies, marshmallows, yogurt, ice cream, and many other desserts. In the pharmaceutical industry, billions of capsules are produced from gelatin every year because of its ability to protect active ingredients and dissolve easily in the body. It is also used in collagen supplements and some cosmetic products. But what many people do not know is that gelatin once played an important role in the traditional photography and film industry. Before digital cameras appeared, millions of rolls of film around the world depended on a type of material that contained gelatin. Of all the applications we have just mentioned, which one surprised you the most? If you know another lesser-known use of gelatin, leave it in the comments. I am very curious to know what else about this remarkable material we have not fully discovered yet. To understand what gelatin really is, we first need to understand collagen. Collagen is the most abundant structural protein found in animals. It is present in skin, bones, tendons, and other connective tissues throughout the body. You can think of collagen as a microscopic network of cables that helps tissues maintain their strength and flexibility. In fact, about 1/3 of all the protein in the human body is collagen. Because it is so widely distributed, collagen plays a crucial role in supporting and connecting different tissues. When collagen is heated in water for long periods of time, its original structure gradually breaks down and transforms into gelatin. It is this transformation that gives gelatin the unique properties that make it useful in so many products today. The journey of gelatin production begins in a place that many people would never expect: meat processing facilities. After the meat is removed for food products, the remaining skin, bones, and connective tissues are collected instead of being discarded. At the factory, these materials are thoroughly cleaned to remove fat and other impurities before being cut or ground into smaller pieces. This increases the surface area and allows the next stages of processing to work more efficiently. The material is then soaked and heated under carefully controlled conditions. Over time, the collagen trapped within the tissues gradually separates from its original structure and dissolves into the water. The result is a collagen-rich solution that serves as the foundation for every gelatin product made afterward. When people think about gelatin, they often think of animal skin and bones. But the story of gelatin is really part of a much larger trend in the modern food industry, making use of as much of the animal as possible. After meat is processed for food products, many of the remaining parts still have valuable uses. Skin can be turned into gelatin. Fat may be used in soap production and other industrial products. And intestines are often processed into sausage casings. Even bones can be transformed into a variety of products instead of being discarded. By finding new uses for these materials, manufacturers can extract more value from existing resources while reducing the amount of waste that needs to be managed. Gelatin is one of the clearest examples of this approach in action. Once the collagen has been extracted from animal skin and bones, the process of making gelatin can truly begin. The collagen-rich solution is first filtered to remove any remaining impurities. It is then concentrated by removing excess water until it reaches the desired consistency. After that, the solution is cooled, allowing it to form solid sheets or blocks of gelatin. These blocks are cut into smaller strips, passed through drying systems, and eventually ground into a fine powder. Depending on its intended use, gelatin may be packaged as powder, formed into sheets, or incorporated directly into a wide range of products. Although modern factories rely on advanced industrial equipment, the basic principle remains much the same as it was centuries ago: extracting collagen from natural materials and transforming it into a more practical and versatile form. Gelatin itself has very little taste, smell, or color. Ironically, that is exactly what makes it such a valuable ingredient in the food industry. Once produced, gelatin can be combined with sugar, flavorings, colorings, and many other ingredients to create a wide variety of products. Strawberry, orange, lemon, grape, and countless colorful gummy candies all begin with the same basic gelatin foundation. Its ability to create a soft, elastic texture while maintaining a stable shape gives manufacturers tremendous flexibility when developing new recipes. From simple cups of jelly to modern confectionery products, gelatin has become the base for hundreds of flavors enjoyed by millions of people around the world every day. Its versatility is one of the main reasons it remains so widely used today. Many people assume that gelatin is always made from pork. In reality, the answer is much more complex. Depending on the country and manufacturer, gelatin can be produced from pig skin, cattle hide, cattle bones, or even fish. Each source has its own characteristics, affecting factors such as clarity, texture, and gelling properties. In many parts of the world, the source of gelatin is not only a technical matter but also a cultural and religious one. Some Muslim communities require gelatin to be certified halal, while Orthodox Jewish communities use products that meet kosher standards. As a result, the production of gelatin often involves strict sourcing and traceability requirements. Behind a simple bag of gummy candies, there may be an extensive system designed to ensure that the raw materials meet specific dietary and religious expectations. One of the most surprising facts about gelatin is that it played an important role in preserving images long before the digital age. For decades, gelatin was an essential component of both photography and filmmaking. Before digital cameras became common, most photographic film and motion picture film relied on a coating known as silver gelatin. This layer of gelatin held light-sensitive silver crystals in place on the surface of the film, allowing images to be captured when exposed to light. From old family photographs to classic Hollywood films such as The Wizard of Oz, Casablanca, and Gone with the Wind, countless iconic images were recorded on film containing gelatin. In other words, gelatin was not only found in food products, it also helped preserve a significant part of humanity's visual history. Today, gelatin is such a common ingredient that it can be found in supermarkets and convenience stores around the world. But there was a time when producing gelatin required an enormous amount of effort. Before the 19th century, making gelatin meant boiling animal bones and skin for many hours, sometimes even an entire day, to extract the natural collagen hidden inside. The process was labor-intensive, time-consuming, and difficult to perform consistently. Because of this, gelatin-based dishes were often associated with wealth and status. Elaborate gelatin desserts frequently appeared at the banquets of Europe's upper classes, where they were considered symbols of sophistication. Some chefs even viewed the successful preparation of complex gelatin creations as a demonstration of their culinary skill. It was not until commercial gelatin became widely available that this once exclusive ingredient became accessible to ordinary households. What would happen if gelatin suddenly disappeared tomorrow? The answer would likely be far more complicated than most people expect. Jelly desserts and gummy candies might be the first products people notice, but the impact would extend much further. Many marshmallows, yogurts, dietary supplements, and especially billions of pharmaceutical capsules produced each year rely on gelatin in one form or another. In some applications, manufacturers could switch to alternatives such as agar or pectin. However, these substitutes do not always provide the same texture, stability, or performance. As a result, replacing gelatin would not be as simple as it sounds. This highlights an important reality. Gelatin is much more than an ingredient used in desserts. It has become a quiet but essential component of the modern food and pharmaceutical industries, supporting countless products that people use every day. Looking back at this entire journey, the most remarkable thing may not be how gelatin is produced, but how humans find value in things that once seemed to have no value at all. From animal skin, bones, and connective tissues, we have created an ingredient that appears in food, medicine, photography, and countless other familiar products. The story of gelatin also shows that many modern industries are not built on entirely new inventions, but on the ability to use what already exists in smarter ways. Perhaps that is also why the ordinary objects around us are often more fascinating than they appear. If you enjoy stories about history and the journey behind everyday products, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss future videos.